Hi, this is Charity, and welcome back to the Super Sims series. A challenge in The Sims 4 where we try to use no cheats, no mods, and get all of the milestones, careers, degrees, skills, aspirations, reward traits, collections, and save file achievements. Basically everything you can do with a single sim. Pandora's walking through the stairs. But anyway, the teens are about to age up. So before I forget their birthday again and cannot choose an aspirational reward trait for them, we're going to bake a cake and have them age up. Because if you remember from last time, no asking advice. Just make your cake. You guys go somewhere else. Anyway, last time they aged up, I was not even in the household. Or actually, I was in the household. I take that back. All right, so they were children, and I was going through all of the other households and doing my updates on them, and they aged up while I was doing that. And because of that, I did not get to choose an aspiration for them. So Adriel is wanting to be a werewolf. Glenn is wanting to be fabulously wealthy. And London is wanting to be a purveyor of potions, which means he wants to be a spellcaster. Which, is okay, but unfortunately, none of them got the little trait you're supposed to get when you age up and choose something in CAS, or choose something for your first aspiration. You're supposed to get a bonus trait for that, and no one did. So we're going to have to fix that. Okay, happy birthday, Adriel. No! Oh, that stinks. We have the bug. Alright, I completely forgot about that, which means I will be rebooting. I'll be right back. Okay, so unfortunately what we have to do for that is everyone must drop out of high school. And that's just the way it's going to have to be. Now all of our kids are dropouts. They all have that fear of disappointing parents. Alright, well, while Pandora is cooking the cake again, we'll go over some changes I made. So since we're going to have 3 young adults living here now, I did make this area into its own separate little apartment, so each one has its own bed, kitchen, and dining area, even though it's like a counter area instead of a full dining table. And there are 3 levels. So each child will have their own little place that they can call their own, and it's kind of like 3 tiny apartments, like studio apartments, that are even a separate building from the main house. And then the kids' bedroom, I put the robotic station in here, so Pandora still has a place to work if she's here. And we have a few other little things that were just left over from last time. I left them in here. So Pandora, are you done with that cake yet? Okay, happy birthday, Adriel. Okay, that's better. So if you want your children to get the 3rd trait and you have that bug in your game, you just have to have them drop out of high school or graduate early. And it's kind of annoying to do that because then no one can have a B grade or a C grade. You have to have an A, and then you even have to have a little bit more than an A. You have to have like 4 skills above level 3 or 4, and it's really hard to know when that's met. You just get the message every day at that point that says, do you want to graduate early? And it's actually quite annoying. So we're going to choose an athletic one for Adriel. He's going to be a bodybuilder, but we're mainly interested in this high metabolism trait. And let's just give him the romantically reserved trait. I'm just picking random ones for these people. And then Adriel will add the candles to the cake, and we'll have the next one age up. Oh, we're supposed to observe our child age up. That is something that I need to make sure we have. Okay, so if you click on the refrigerator and you go to Family Recipes, create family recipe. And the special touch menu, these are unlockable. Okay, so the only thing I have not unlocked is fulfilling 50 wants for some reason. And the one that I did want to unlock was, I think it's low maintenance. I think that's the one we get by seeing a child age up, but it doesn't tell you when you get these. So it's a little bit disappointing, but I need to fulfill 50 wants to get this one. And then we'll be done with all the special touches. Happy birthday, Glenn! Okay, so Glenn is going to be a child of the islands, and we're going to give him a creativity aspiration. And then it's London's turn. Happy birthday, London! Okay, and London is a child of the islands too. No, let's give him a different trait. He can be a glutton. Okay, so we need to give him a family aspiration. All right, so everyone can have some cake. Then I think the only ones I'm missing now are food, love, Star Wars, and werewolf. And we will get all of those eventually, but for right now, we're just worried about getting a new one each time. Okay, and then we also have Nico living with us. So Nico is a mermaid or merman, and we need to get his soul's journey up. And then I thought we would also have Wiz join us. And I already did this actually, but what happened is I had to reset and I hadn't saved everything that I had done. So now we need to redo a couple of things. All right, so if you click on the urn, you can automatically add this ghost to the household. And I thought that was an accidental cheat, but no, that's a feature of the Life and Death expansion pack. So now we have Wiz in our household, and we're just going to speed run some aspirations with these two. So the first one that everyone is going to do is the Mansion Baron one, because I have made this house actually able to solve the Mansion Baron without even trying. All right, so which one should we do after that? Oh, wait. Mansion Baron, I don't have enough landscaping. I thought I had enough to complete this, but I guess I don't. That's right. I reset. So some things are not completely done. Let's finish that. Okay, that's all I had to do, is I had to add those plants back here that weren't there. Okay, so that means that everyone has at least a little bit of their soul's journey done, and we need to get to quite a journey. Now, with no regrets, you can choose to return to the afterlife, but I don't want to do that until I get the quite a journey, because that is what allows you to pass down your reward trait. Now we could try writing a few things, because if I write some goals, I might get some easier to obtain goals. Okay, and I think it was London that actually wanted to become a parent anyway, so maybe we will get him started on the next generation. Oh, he wants to paint the ultimate masterpiece. Oh, reach painting level 10, really? That is a lot. I want to have unforgettable hot tub, woohoo. But you're an elder. Okay. All right, let's get a hot tub. Where am I going to put a hot tub in here, though, that you won't freeze to death? Oh, yeah, that's right. Wiz kind of wanted... Yeah, I forgot that we had a relationship with Wiz. And yeah, we're kind of married now, Wiz. Sorry. We cheated again, supposedly. Oh, he actually is unattracted to Pandora. Okay, well, that would be why he turned us down initially for marriage. So Nico did not want to get married to Pandora at first. He actually rejected her, and I just asked again. All right, so we achieved that. So we should write another goal. All right, I want to be seen as a role model for my family. Run mentoring interactions 10 times. Well, that's I want to create the ultimate servo. Oh, I want to pull off the ultimate heist. And I want to have the most extraordinary dinner party. Okay, well, those all kind of suck. Maybe the dinner party's not so bad. And he's actually almost there. So maybe what we do is we switch over to the popularity aspirations and do party animal. Because then we just have to have 3 friends, which we do, and introduce ourselves to 10 Sims. Pandora, go inside. It is so cold. Oh, so he doesn't like cooking. Okay, fine. He doesn't like cooking because he's mad. All right, well, back to Nico. Oh, Carla is going to have a mastery perk of active aura. She will be able to channel her experience into an aura that helps nearby Sims build active skills. That's kind of cute. Okay, you need to pee. Renew our vows. Okay. That's actually really easy to do. And I'm going to change him over to the mixology aspiration because he wants to mix drinks anyway. So we'll have him mix 10 drinks. Okay, and looks like that one is done. So I think maybe the painting one will be another one that's easy to do. Okay, Nina is a match for London. No, thank you. There's Macy. She's a kleptomaniac and evil, but she's an adult. And Luna's an adult. All these are adults. I don't want adults. Not Jamie. Can I change? Okay, not elder, not adults, only young adults. Okay, that's better. Okay, she's proper and a genius. City? Is that how you say that? Okay, well, let's just go ahead and see if she's interested. Oh, bad compatibility. Okay. No, let's not ask her out then. Okay, none of these are really good. Bad compatibility, and Nelson is a freegan and loves the outdoors. Okay, so maker, a glutton, and a dog lover. We don't like romance enthusiasts. Okay. All right, maybe we'll try Nelson. Okay, Adriel and Pandora are going to be jokesters. Okay, Nelson dislikes video gaming and apparently he likes painting and something else. He's family oriented. Pandora, why are you over here? Okay, he's dazed. Maybe that's why he's not romantic. I kind of failed at that interaction. Okay, I think he is actually interested in men, but he just did not like the interaction that I tried, which was just a regular flirt. All right, so I'm getting better at the romantic interactions, and I think it's because he's dazed. All right, because we got to get this on the road. I guess they could just have a science baby, actually, and they only had to be friends for that. So let's ask him if he's single. Let's make sure he's single first. Hopefully, I think Cupid's Corner only has single people. Yes, he is single. Fire. All right, who started the fire over here? Do I have more fires on this lot for some reason? No, I don't have any lot challenges, do I? I think it's just because he's low cooking skill. All right, well, whatever. Resume your mac and cheese. You started making it. You fix it. Oh, well, it looks like it was supposed to get burnt. Hey, where are you going with my mac and cheese? You're going to go cook with it, I guess. All right, well, clean up your mess. There's food in the fridge. Why aren't you getting leftovers? Everyone's got to cook. Okay, so are we going to succeed at the kiss? We did. All right, I'm not sure if he's going to stay very much longer. He's trying to leave. Okay, so his turn-ons are woohoo, but his turn-offs are any other type of physical intimacy. I think that system is actually kind of ridiculous, but that's just the way it goes. Okay, we'll do the woohoo in the hot tub because that's actually, oh no, hot spring, not hot tub. I bet that's different. All right, well, I need to get a hot spring over here then, or we need to go to the onsen. That's kind of rude. Why are you in the hot tub with them? Just drink your drinks. You're taking forever. I did this like an hour ago. All right, finally. We need you to finish another painting. Okay, London, let's ask him to be our romantic partner. And that will satisfy our serial romantic aspiration, although I don't think we're going to be doing serial romantic. Okay, and then we just got to go on 2 dates. Okay, we'll ask him to have a science baby and see what he says. Not sure if he would like to do that, but we'll see. And it's a girl. So we're going to have Judy, and that's it, just 1 baby. But I think we only had room for 1. Yeah, only 1. Okay, it looks like we have not painted for 5 hours. Okay. Oh, are we actually going to get promoted? No, we're just in a good performance range. Okay, well, it is 2:45 a.m. and Pandora's at work. I completely forgot she needed to go to work, so it's a good thing her needs were not too bad. And then we're just working on the different skills that everyone needs to get. We need to throw a party, and we need to introduce ourselves to 10 Sims first, actually. All right, we should introduce ourselves with Wiz here at the onsen, and then we're going to have London try and get his other task done, which is to woohoo in the hot springs. I don't think I can do it though, because I think too many people are in the hot spring. So maybe if I get him to get out of the hot spring. Oh, come on. Wiz, no. Okay, if I can get these two to get out of the hot tub or the hot springs, maybe the other 2 will actually woohoo, because I think they want privacy. I'm not sure if they'll do it with someone else sitting right there. I mean, I hope that's what it is. Either that or they just won't do it. Okay. All right. So they are woohooing in the hot springs. So hopefully the other people stay out. No, don't go over there. There's something going on in the hot springs. You might want to stay out here. All right, come on, Wiz. Say hi to her. I'm trying to introduce myself to everyone who comes in, but they're just not letting me introduce myself most of the time. They're just walking away and leaving. Why are you leaving? Okay, still working on the 10 introductions. This one is taking a really long time, and it shouldn't. It's something that is really simple. Just say hi to these people. Why is everybody coming and going so quickly? They stay here for like 2 seconds and then they leave. Sometimes they don't even make it inside. I guess it's because it's like 8 a.m. and people are just tired. Okay, so we worked on a little bit of that, but I think what we're going to do is get Pandora enrolled in university again, because I don't want to go back to Granite Falls. Okay, I was able to get everyone into the range in order to use their pass down interaction. So we're going to get the home turf from Nico. And we're going to get the secrets of business from Wiz Pickens. And then we'll get high metabolism from Adriel. And creative musings from Glenn. And then domestic upbringing from London. Okay, and so that is Home Turf from Nico, Business Savvy from Wiz Pickens, High Metabolism from Adriel, Muser from Glenn, and the domestic was actually from London. Okay, so that covers everybody. And then we can have Wiz Pickens return to the great beyond. And then there will be room in the household for another family member. Okay, and everybody witnesses him going into the great beyond. So we have this mysterious object, and this is our plumb bob. And I guess we'll treat the urn as one of our collectibles as well. Okay, then Pandora needs to re-enroll in university. Unfortunately, we will be starting on Tuesday. So our timing is going to be a little bit off. Okay, and what did happen is that I did not get my egg plaque. So I'm not sure if I can buy stuff here because my other family owns it. I might have to log in as them and sell it because it doesn't look like the store is open. Yeah, you can't buy something from another family that owns it. All right, well, I'm going to have to sell it. Okay, see, I'm in a new household, so I own none of the eggs. Okay, now I can buy the item, hopefully before anybody else gets to it. Okay, and I've completed the collection with this household. Now, hopefully, I should get the reward. Okay, let's go ahead and do our homework. And we should probably call over our club members. Oh, we can ask Nico if he's a mermaid, because I know he is. Will he tell us? Because if he tells us, then we can see mermaids even if we are not a mermaid. Because otherwise you don't see them when they turn into a mermaid and they go in the water. Oh, Nico is a merman. Okay. So since he's our spouse, he is willing to reveal that. A lot of times they just get offended and they won't tell you. Okay, apparently if you do anything with mold, it automatically cancels your work. That's not good. I did not want to do that. All right, lesson learned for next time. Do not select anything to do with mold until after you get home. Okay, it's about 9 p.m. Maybe, since I don't have work tonight, I can manage to fall asleep in the tent and to sleep until morning. So 9:16 p.m. She passes out in 2 hours. Oh, she needs hygiene. Let's see. Do we have a hygiene refresher? Yes, we do. All right, 9:26. Okay, she came out at 3:25. I was cheated. It still says 1 out of 5. Okay, that was 1 minute. 1 minute. How in the world are you supposed to do this? She was 55 minutes from passing out. Why does she get so much energy from these tents? I must need a different tent because this tent is just ridiculous. Okay, so we have the automatic potty mouth 2.0. We can use and watch, use and sanitize, and use and massage. So basically, if you befriend a talking toilet and interact with it, you can do a whole bunch of other things like clean your Sims, have some fun. And it's kind of lame, but that's the way it works. You know what? This mastery perk is annoying. I've been doing mental skills and maybe I haven't been leveling up, but she's still bored. It's like she's permanently bored. I wonder if I can get rid of it. Okay, yes, I get rid of it and she's no longer bored. Sometimes you get rid of one of those things and the bored moodlet stays. I don't like that. Oh, so London found a ring in Nelson's bag. I think he is going to propose to me. Say yes. All right, so I guess our kid is getting married. Okay, apparently Nelson Goodwin is the University of Brightchester mascot. Yeah, I dropped him out of university because that might be a problem. It's an issue when you have a degree tracker for a sim that was basically cheated into a degree. And I think townies that are created sometimes create that problem. So we're going to just basically drop him out. So I have moved Nelson Goodwin in with my Super Sim family, or at least the one that's in Mount Kumarabi. And I moved in Annalise because she's an elder and she will be passing away pretty soon. And then Nico is nowhere near passing away, but I'm keeping him in here as well. I think Annalise is going to be my spellcaster Plumbob. And then, of course, Nico is going to be the mermaid Plumbob. And then we have Carla, who is still here and still a mermaid. Maybe I should fix that. Actually, we'll just keep her a mermaid for now. And then London is the one that had the kid and is now engaged to Nelson. So Judy is an infant, and I made the bottom floor over here a nursery. So we have an infant crib and we have 3 more bassinets. And this is to remind me that I need 3 more kids. And then unfortunately, Annalise brought a cat. So yeah, we will have to add a litter box and a pet food bowl. Okay, and then the other 2 brothers, I did move them out. So Glenn and Adriel are now their own households. They're not a played household, so they will not be tracked like the others. Maybe I'll update you on them once in a while if they happen to get married or have any kids, but their neighborhood stories are on. I'm not going to set them up specifically with any sort of family life. It's up to them whether or not they want to get that. So I have basically given them 100,000 simoleons each out of the household funds. And that's probably what I'm going to do every time someone moves out. So we will have 4 children each generation, starting with London. And the next generation will be Judy. And then what we'll do is basically each generation will have 4 kids, and then I'll move everyone out except for one of them. And then that one that is left will have 4 kids again. But I need to keep enough space in the household for Pandora to move back in, so we cannot have any more kids right now. And just like that, we are a suave criminal. We have reached the top of the Oracle career ladder, which is level 10. So we can quit that job now. And what I actually wanted to do is enroll in the tech career here at university, the gamer career at least. Yeah, the esports competitor. So we're going to do that one while we're at Foxbury, and we're going to do the soccer team player while we're at Brightchester. And the reason why is it doesn't really matter which university you're going to when you do these 2, but you do need to do them while in university. Okay, I think from the reward store we will be purchasing Gem Rat, Hardly Hungry, and Antiseptic. And that will hopefully make it easier to sleep in the tent, because it's less likely her hygiene and her hunger will wake her up. And the reason why I wanted the Gym Rat one is so that I can work out and actually get her energy need lower. I think vacuuming also reduces your energy need. Just don't think there's anywhere here that I can place the tent. No, I'm going to have to go downstairs. It doesn't seem like that's making her tired. What if I vacuum? I would expect that running on a treadmill would take your energy need down faster, but no, I know that vacuuming does. And this place doesn't need vacuuming, but it serves its purpose. It's getting my energy need down a lot faster than if I was just walking around or doing anything. I don't know. It's still pass out in 2 hours and it's already 11 o'clock. No, I don't think that counted. It didn't. All right, it's this tent. I have to get rid of this tent. For some reason, this tent is just extremely too high of an energy need gain. I thought that all the tents were equal, but I swear she doesn't have anything that gives her extra energy from a tent. And I saw 3 up arrows. So I need a different tent. Now, since I'm in university, I can't buy anything, and I don't remember where you can buy tents. I think most of them are while you're on vacation, and I can't go on vacation. So if I go to any residential lot, I'm going to the empty lot in Mount Kumarabi, I can just purchase a tent and sleep in it regardless of the fact that I don't own this lot. I'm going to buy the cheapo tent and see if that works. No, she's got 3 energy up arrows on this tent. I know tents only give you 2 energy up arrows. She has some trait that's having her gain more energy when she sleeps in a tent. And I don't know what it is. Oh, maybe expert mountaineer? I mean, it doesn't say specifically they get more energy from sleeping in a tent, but I thought that there was one. I can't remember which one it is. I thought it was the one from completing the outdoor enthusiast one, but it doesn't say that. It says they're happy sleeping under the stars or using camping equipment, and it provides lots of enjoyment. So I would think that would mean their fun need goes up, and she doesn't have that trait yet. Well, I'm not sure which one it is, but it is very annoying. I'm just going to have to queue up a ton of sleep interactions, and maybe that will allow me to do this. I don't know. Okay, I checked the forums, and basically it is this expert mountaineer trait. So don't climb Mount Kumarabi until you finish the outdoor enthusiast aspiration. I have no idea how I got 1 out of 5. I don't know, maybe her energy need was slightly lower. The second time I tried it, I think I was within 55 minutes of passing out and I didn't get it. So maybe if I can somehow get her within 30 minutes of passing out, I can do it. Okay, Carla's no longer in my household, so I have to actually play her household and travel somewhere. And then we'll go into the water and cast Siren's Call on Pandora. I think it's too late for this, really, because it's already 10 p.m. So next time I'll have to get an earlier start. Okay, hopefully Pandora is sufficiently tired when I return to her character. Okay, that is more like it. However, I do need to solve all of her other needs, which is kind of a pain. Well, there's a bathroom right there. Come on, you don't have time to go sit down. Just drink it where you stand. I don't understand why Sims have to go sit down in order to drink something. And then complain about the 50 different things that you need. And then go talk to someone probably. Just drink it. If you would drink it, you would be fixed. But no, she's got to do 50 emotes. Okay. All right. So we have hygiene. We have bladder. Fun and social will not wake her up. Hunger will. How can I solve hunger quickly? Fortunately, I think I just need to eat something. Okay. I'm hoping there's nowhere out here to sit down. So hopefully she just eats it. Oh, good. Okay. And then we got to sleep like immediately. And she's still going to emote everything under the sun. Okay, you don't have time. You have to be in the tent by midnight. So you didn't get to finish that. Sorry. 11:50, 11:51. Okay, so she made it into the tent. And her energy is just going to go all the way up before it is 6 a.m. And she must sleep until almost 6 a.m. So We're going to try several methods by resetting and seeing if we can do this by some other means. First, we try the method where we just sleep through the night and do nothing. No, that does not do it. She gets up at 5:39. Okay, then we try the method that when her energy is full, we try to queue up a bunch of sleeps. No, I don't want it to go fast. I have to queue up another sleep. Oh no, she wakes up when I queue up that sleep. Oh, hopefully this doesn't. I don't like it when it goes into super speed automatically. It's 4:23. No, don't go into super speed automatically. I have to pause it so she doesn't wake up. I don't like super speed. I wish you could disable that. Oh, I need someone else here. If someone else was here on the lot, it would disable super speed. Oh, I got it to go on regular speed with a sleep in her queue, and when the green bar is not all the way around, she will not wake up. I think this should make it until 6 a.m. I'm afraid to go at super speed and try it. Watch this still not count though, because she's technically woken up several times now. It's just that I put her immediately back to sleep. So it's not really the same sleep cycle that's been there for 6 hours. I don't know if this will work. If this doesn't work, we basically have to get her almost to exactly passing out before she goes into the tent, and then hope that she can stay in there from 12 a.m. until 6 a.m. and not wake up. This is going to work, but will it count? I don't know. Okay, it's morning time, and you still have to wait until that green bar goes all the way around. You cannot wake her up early. Okay, I'll go back to super speed then. No, that did not count. I'm so sad. That did not count. Come on. Fine. Okay, so now we have a pool house with all the basic necessities. We have a toilet, a sink, a shower, a place to grab some quick meals, and maybe we should have something that allows her to get some fun. All right, and that should do it. Well, today is fight day. We might as well do the traditional fights. Where are you going, Zoe? In your bathing suit? She's leaving, isn't she? Yep, she left. Oh, thank goodness. I was scared that if I sold the retail store and rebought it, that maybe my foil cards would not be foil cards, but no, they are. And then what I really was scared of is that all of these things in these boxes would not come back, because I completely forgot I had put these things in boxes and could not buy them. So yeah, that was almost a mistake, but no, it's fine. Okay, so we need something for the wool competition. And I kind of think we don't really have anything. Okay, we have a first place wool already. And we have a first place llama. And of course, the third place llama in the participation wool. Okay, so I need a second place for both and a third place for wool. Maybe I'll just get a regular llama. Although I can't get one with Nico. I have to get one with Pandora somehow. I'm not sure that I can do this, because she's on a university lot. Okay, I'm pretty sure that I should not complete any of the collections with Pandora while she's at university, because it never seems to give you any mail. And I think they did that because you used to get bills while you were in university if you also got mail. So I'm not getting any mail at all. And I think that's what happened to my other egg collection plaque. So I'm not going to get one this time either. I'm going to have to do that as a separate household that's not part of Carla's household that she's holding for me, or a household in university. So that's fun. And then I'm going to have to try and figure out how to get, maybe if I buy a retail lot, I can get a llama. And we don't really need anything functional on this lot. I just need to be able to get my outdoor activities or animals. I need to put a shed over here so I can buy a llama. Okay, there is my llama. This llama does not like me at all. Okay, Finchwick Fair is starting, so we put you in my inventory. Why can I not do this? There we go. Sometimes they're not still, and you can't do it. Okay, we'll put Tina over here on the far right-hand entry point. Although she looks kind of mad. Okay, it's because of her anger grief. And then for the wool, you took my spot. Oh well. Let's try this one over here. It's in the back on the right. I'm trying to keep track of which spots I use, but I can't always do that. Okay, so she's excited about her entries. Okay, here we go again with the bowling. I did put my party bot out here as well. I'm trying to get it to level 9. Strike number 1. Strike number 2. Strike number 3. Strike 4. This is about my record. I wonder. No, I think if you come back, it actually doesn't make your game work. But let me try, because this is a ridiculous achievement. Strike number 5. And there's number 6. 7. No! No! Okay. I'm going to check if this works. Just reset real quick. Nope. Nope. For science, I checked. It doesn't work if you reboot the game in the middle of a bowling game. Okay. So our only option is to actually legitimately get 10 strikes in a row. Oh, well, we had 7. It was not even close. All right. Well, where is my robot? That's another thing that I'm kind of worried about, is that I put these robots down and I forget to collect them sometimes. And I think I lost my other one as well. And that was a high level one. I don't care about the other one because the other one was like level 3. But this one was a high level one. Where is my bot? All right. Well, I lost my... Oh, no, there he is. I found him. I'm going to keep track of these things. Seriously, you did a trick ball under the leg and then you screwed it up. Stop doing trick balls. It is nothing to celebrate about. You screwed it up again. It seems like her first game is always the best one. I don't know if that is a coincidence or it's just that she has bowling fatigue or something. Yeah, it definitely seems like the first game is always the best one. Maybe I'll just try being confident or something, because it seems like it's not helping that she's focused. Okay, we got a 3rd place llama and a 1st place wool. Well, that's another thing to test. Do those always do the same thing? Oh, the llama won 2nd place. And I didn't see what the wool did. Okay, where is my llama? Where's my ribbon? All right, well, that might have been a bug. Where is my ribbon? I did not get a ribbon. I'm so disappointed. My sim did not get a ribbon. I mean, maybe I saved too late, and when I loaded in, it was in the process of doing it. Let me try traveling. Okay. Looks like I got something this time. Yay, I got a second place llama. My wool disappeared, but I really don't care. Did I get a ribbon for the wool? No, just for the llama. Okay, well, I'll take it because that completes all of the llama ones. I have a third place llama, a first place llama, and now I have a second place llama. Okay, so there is a little kind of cheaty way to do the other ribbons for the Finchwick Fair if you get tired of doing them every single time and getting the same ribbons, is to just save right before they give the award and reload so that you basically get the other ribbon. I don't know. Is that cheating? Well, a little bit, but I guess that one is kind of okay with me because it's just not fair. The Finchwick Fair, first of all, is only once a week. And if that's not bad enough, there are like 4 or 5 Finchwick Fairs. So you have to wait for that Finchwick Fair to come around. And it's a ridiculously long amount of time. So I did get all of the llama ones, but we still have to participate in the wool one. So it's not like I am completely exempt from going back to that Finchwick Fair. I still need 2 different wool competition ribbons, but I'm going to be happy with that and take my second place llama competition. Excuse me while I go get my freaking bot. I forgot. Oh, it's level 9. Oh, and the cleaner bot is level 10. Yeah, the cleaner bot was here too. So I'm trying to get all of my bots up to level 10. I just have to remember to take them with me. And the ones that are level 1, I need to remake them because I could automatically make them level 10. So once they get to level 10, I will tune them up and then put them in the store. Okay, and then this time we got Gem Rat, Hardly Hungry, and then Antiseptic. So those are all of the reward traits we got. We did not finish any more of the aspirations, do any more of the skills, careers, or anything else. We did technically reach the top of a career, but that doesn't count because we've already got that milestone for a different career, and everything else on here has yet to be done. Okay, so we did finish the Oracle branch of the criminal career, but I'm not going to mark it off until we also do the other branch, which is the mob boss or whatever it is. I can't remember what it is right now. So we will mark these off once we've done both. I have to track it separately until we finish both branches. Okay, so for the households, the only difference for the power household is that Maximus is an elder and Heiju is now an adult. Okay, in the Pickens household, we have Jamie Pickens, who is an adult, Rudy Pickens, who is a young adult, Goneril Pickens, who is a young adult, and then we have the 4th generation. Ace Pickens is an infant, and Caitlin or Catlin. I'm not sure if you would say that, Catlin or Caitlin, maybe Catlin. She's an infant as well. So we did get twins for this family. We should give them some infant cribs. All right, well, that should suffice for now. It's hard to rearrange everything to get 2 cribs in that room, but we no longer have the dog. Okay, in the Elijah Pittman Reaper Club, and what are you wearing? I guess this was for fall tricks. Oh, well, anyway. Sugar is now a horse, and I think Sarah is an adult instead of a young adult. So that's the only change here. We do have horse items already, so I don't need to do anything for this family, fortunately. Okay, and at the Winchester household, we have Luke, who is an adult, Kylie, who is an adult, Rhea, who is an adult, Nixon, who is a young adult, Brittany is a young adult, and then Carly is now a toddler, And then she also has a sister named Stella. So Stella is an infant and the daughter of Nixon and Brittany. So maybe we can just put a crib in here for, oh, we need a toddler bed. We already have a crib. We need a toddler bed. Okay, I added the toddler bed and a couple of toddler potties. And then we also have the new high chair in the dining room. And that makes 2 high chairs and 2 potties, which should be fine for this. And then next time when the infant ages up to a toddler, then this bed will be replaced with an infant bed. But the only thing is, if the toddler is a child, then I really should have a room for the kid. And maybe that means turning this bedroom into the parents' bedroom and getting rid of the computers and making this a nursery room. I mean, it's kind of tacky for a child to share a room with a toddler, but that just might have to be how it is. Okay, in the Jimenez household, we have Nectarine, who is an adult, almost an elder. And then Elvis is an adult, and then Junilla is an adult, and Lauren is a young adult, and then Bernard is now a toddler. So I think last time he was an infant, and that means we need to turn this into a toddler room. Yeah, it's a sad little room, but that's okay. We're not really playing with these families. I just want to have beds for everyone. And maybe we'll give him a little bear or something, just so he's not sad, because that room is really sad. And of course, I completely forgot that we need a high chair and also a toddler potty for this one. Oh, I am not going to fit a toddler potty in there. Seriously, all the bathtub shower combinations are all facing the same way. Why? Why? I needed to go the other way. All right, well, maybe we'll just give them a cheap bathtub. Yeah, because I can turn the bathtub around. Okay, so little hint with the bathtubs. You can put something next to the bathtub, but it has to be this side of it. So if we scoot this back a little bit, we can put the toddler potty here, and the toddler potty will be functional. And then the bathtub will be functional too, because they get in where the tap is. And then it's also far enough away from the toilet that they can use the toilet like that. Okay, so this is small enough to fit in here. And also there's 2 tiles. No, there's only 1 tile. Okay, so I can't tell because of the rug, but there's only 1 tile in between the bathtub and the sink. So it's not like you could stick something right here in the center, because that would not work. But since it's over here, it's not blocking the toilet. That should be fine. Is that the only bathroom? Oh no, there's a bathroom upstairs too. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so technically this upstairs is for Nectarine and Elvis. But now that I'm thinking about it, why the heck didn't I put Junilla and Lauren up here? Because they need the extra room. Did I have another member of this family? Did someone die? No, I just wasn't thinking straight. Okay, so we have Elvis and Nectarine, who had Lauren, and Junilla, who had Lauren. And then Junilla was the spouse of Lauren, and Bernard is their son. So yeah, this should be the younger couple's house up here. And then the grandparents should be in the basement. So I'm not sure why I did it this way. Maybe I just didn't notice that the upstairs had 2 bedrooms. That's probably what it was, is I didn't realize that there are 2 bedrooms here. Well, I'll just leave it like this, and we'll have the kid move up here when he becomes a child, and then we'll just have this downstairs area for any new children that may happen to pop up. Okay, in the Moon household, Sao Paulo is an adult, And Zoe is an adult. And then we have Celine, who is a young adult. Maud, who is a young adult. Noelle, who is a young adult. And then Janice is now a child. So we need to fix Janice's room. And then Crimson is an elder horse. Yeah, so Janice was a toddler from last time. And this room is starting to be a little bit small. I guess we could get rid of the rocking chair. I kind of wish there was a child's bed that fit in here. There really isn't. But I don't know. This one is kind of expensive, but it might be the only one that kind of matches. Oh, and that purple is just not the vibe. No, I can't do that. It would have to be this one, and this one is so expensive, but it does kind of match the vibe. Well, we're going with that. Okay, in the Caulfield residence, we have Kansas Caulfield, who is an adult, Jasmine, who is an adult, Antoine is now a young adult, so we added Rafka, who is a young adult, and she's going to be his wife. And then we have Jayla, who is a teen, Houston, who is a child, Lance is now a child, and then Lamar is a new infant. So Lamar is the son of Kansas and Jasmine, and there are no more spots in this household. So Antoine and Rafka will have to wait until one of the others pass away. Kansas is almost an elder, and then Jasmine is not too far behind. So she could take a pregnancy test, but I'm kind of thinking that maybe it just was that she's not pregnant, or the game doesn't recognize her as pregnant yet. But she might have been pregnant if I had not loaded the game in this state. So I don't know. Maybe it's going to clear the fact that she can be pregnant now that there are 8 Sims in this household, because I don't think the game will allow it. I think there's another check when you go to check for a pregnancy, because she wasn't officially marked as pregnant yet. So I did get the wife in, but we can't have a child until someone else moves out or has an accident. So, or maybe dies of old age. We'll see. Well, here in the Sparks household, we have Primo Sparks, who is an adult, Zero Sparks, who is an adult, Owlix, who is an adult now, Uni Sparkles, who is an adult now, and then we have Snowflake, who is a young adult, Micah is a child, and then Brielle is also a child. And then we have Jacqueline. She is new and she is a toddler. I think maybe adopted, because she would not be a toddler so soon if she was a pregnancy between these two. So this is also the second generation. Jacqueline was adopted by Zero and Primo, because that's the same thing that happened with Brielle. So those two are still adopting kids for some reason. I don't know why. But anyway, we do have Micah and Brielle in this room. And maybe what we'll do is we'll just put a toddler. No, we can't put the toddler bed in there. We'll put it in this room, because this is supposed to be Primo and Zero's room. Okay, that's kind of a bad spot for the bed since it is next to the AC, but this is The Sims. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so do we have the toddler potties? Yes, we still have a toddler potty up here and one down here as well. And we also have a high chair. So no worries there. We did lose the dog, so yeah, unfortunately, no more dog. So yeah, that was this week, and that's it for now. So I am going to be at the PAX East conference in Boston on May 9th through 11th. So if anybody wants to check out my Discord for the details on that, go ahead and join us. So this is Charity. Thanks for watching.